What's up, you all? I hope I hope you all are doing well. I just left Honest Rose channel, and I thought it was very interesting. So it was Brian, this guy named Simon, who I really don't know. I guess he's new to the sector. He was on last night with Honest Rose, and then you had Queen Tulsa and Miss B Town Hester. This is what I find interesting, you all. So I don't have a problem with Queen Tulsa. I thought she was doing some things, a lot on Honest Rose show, but no harm, no foul. So I was listening to her and listening to Brian, and they were having a conversation. So she said that she didn't like to be outed, and I guess she was mad at Brian for that. Now, I guess they made up or something to that extent. But see, I wasn't really concerned about the makeup. I wasn't there to cause any more problems. I just wanted to know how she felt that she was outed. That's all. It was just honest to God a question because Queen Tulsa has been on my platform. And we know that Queen Tulsa is transgender. She told her story. So there's no secret. She's very transparent. She told us she's married. So, I was kind of like, well, how did Brian out you? How can you be outed and we already know who you are? But I was thinking maybe she did not want to reveal that to Simon, or maybe she just wanted to just have conversation. Now, I used the word free, and she threw up her hands and she said she was married. But what I meant by free was I want to be able to talk to this person without having to worry about who I am. I'm just having a conversation. So I guess that's what I was asking her, and baby, she took that thing from 1 to 0, but I know what it's about, and I'm good with that. So Queen Tussle don't have any problem with any of that she said. She is heavily advertising on Honest Rose channel. And I get it. I get it. But this is the thing, Queen Tulsa, and somebody said it in the chat room. You have been over here. We have always treated you with dignity. We have always treated you with respect. No one has ever misgendered you. And the only thing I was asking you is a simple question. But there are no friends on YouTube. No friends on YouTube. And I really didn't want to go there with Queen Tulsa. It is very unfortunate that that happened, but it did, not because of me. It was because of Queen Tulsa. I was just asking two questions. Did you not want Simon to know about who you were? Did you just want to have a clear conversation without gender identity? And that was it. Then she did this whole thing. And then I guess Brian trying to be messy, talking about she cursed me out. No, it's all good. It's all good. But I say this, you live and you learn. And one thing I can say is we've always treated you with respect. We have never misgendered you. You got a whole person calling you a man and saying that you look like Dennis Rodman and all of this stuff. And even in the midst of our going at it, I never called you out your name. But see, you live and learn. And this is why I say there are no friends on YouTube, because people are trying to have a moment. People are doing the most. Queen Tulsa, I don't care because you have a home. I have a home, sis. And I don't need to tell everybody my personal business, who I'm with or not, if I'm married or not, because truly, it's really nobody's business. It's not. Now, if you decide to disclose that, that's your business. Now, I sat there and listened to Queen Tulsa, and I'm like, well, girl, are you trying to get with Simon in the UK as well? You got a husband, but you trying to get with Simon? I'm just asking. Interesting. So I've never heard of Queen Tulsa. Well, I've heard of Queen Tulsa, and one thing I will say, lost brain cells on YouTube. I do know Queen Tulsa. Queen Tulsa is a YouTuber who used to come over here, who used to come and do commentary. But now Queen Tulsa have arrived, honey. And this is the thing, Queen Tulsa. I don't care about your sexual expression or your sexual identity. We've never cared about your sexual identity. You were always free to come over here. Nobody bothered you because of your sexual identity. So don't try to make it an issue. Now, what you and Brian have is totally yours. Totally yours. But I do agree with Honest Row and unfortunately Brian, because I don't know if you're trying to be uh I don't know if you're trying to be disagreeable or toxic, or I don't know. It seems like you're really trying to be that girl. You're really trying to be that person at any cost. Because anybody who was in the room, I just had two questions to ask. And she took it like I just misgendered her and said all of this stuff. And the only question that I had for her is, why do you feel that he outed you? And then I said, that's just like somebody out in T.S. Madison. Well, hell, everybody know who T.S. Madison is. You can't out T.S. Madison. You know who T.S. Madison is. Now, T.S. Madison knows who she is. If T.S. Madison said, well, I don't want you to say anything on this, I just want to have a conversation and I just want to be me, then that's different. And that's it. Now, I don't know if she was trying to do that. And PDP, I'm not accusing her of doing that. I was just trying to find out why. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, and then when she started really advertising heavy on Honest Rose channel, telling people where they can find her and do this business, and she has her graphic design people. I'm like, let me get up out of here, because Honest Rose being used and don't even know it. That woman up there on that channel, and she ain't nothing but a parasite sucking the blood off of him. As soon as she get enough blood, she gonna drop off and find another host. I'm gonna leave it right there. So Honest Rose, don't be no fool. And yeah, you all remember this, but not upset. And people are like, oh, she got passed around. No, baby, I done been hearing that little thing. Baby, it is what it is. That was a year or two ago. I'm fine. We're fine. I always do things to liven up the party, but I have no issue with Queen Tulsa. And I will just remember, she was just cussing him out on Dovey's panel the other day. That's what they do. And that's the whole name of the game. I curse you out, I do this, and then I'm your friend by tomorrow. And then we okay again. And then I do it again. Because the only thing I'm doing is trying to drum up some content or fight with folk. And Queen Tulsa, we don't have nothing to talk about. And let me say this, Queen Tulsa, I really do apologize, because I shouldn't have even gone there with you. But I had to. You did that for a reason, and you needed a moment. And I understand. You know, I'm old, dried up, and finished, but yet you still like to fight. And this is the person again. She said, "How long ago did I go to your show?" It's not the fact of how long you've gone to the show. It was how you was treated on the show. And I was asking you a question, and you went there. But guess what? No good deed goes unpunished. So I remember that. So, but that's Queen Tulsa. And so that's what happened, you all. Um, and then Brian trying to say, and, let me tell you something. Brian is something else too, because I agree with Brian, because I'm trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But when I figured out what was happening, and I kind of figured it out anyhow, but when I figured out what was happening, here come Brian talking about Yeah, now she cussed you out. No, Brian, we had figured this out already. And you so weak. And this is what I mean again with the Spill It Boy situation, because I just agreed with you because I saw what she was doing. And I asked those two questions. It's not about somebody cussing me out. It's just saying that, oh, I see what she's doing now. And again, Brian, when people was talking about your mother and all of those things, I said nothing. And you bring that up quite a great deal. I said nothing about your mother. I said nothing about your mother's death. I never said anything about that. So stop again trying to bring everybody in the sector to your sympathy party because you are unhinged and you can't handle certain things. Then it seems like there's a fixation with who I may or may not be with. And then as I was leaving, I told Brian, what you need to do is find that Mexican man and buy him that apparatus that he requested of you. And I didn't want to get shady, but this is what these people like. They like that kind of abuse. And Brian, I'm to the point now where I truly believe that you, Queen Tulsa, and all of these newbies, you all like that abuse. You like what Spill It Boy says to you. You wouldn't know what to do if Spill It Boy didn't say anything about you. You really like that abuse, Brian. You do. You say you don't, but I believe you do. I really believe you do. And more power to you. No, Catherine Powell. Brian again it's where the wind flows and where it blows. That's why I say it's no friends on YouTube. Baby, a truce is only good as the person. What's up, Sister T? Sister T say Jay Wilson ignore that clown for real. Her channel is dead and that thing is looking for content. Sister T, Sister T, Sister T. Sister T, you may be right. And Sister T, I have no problem with that person. But Sister T, you probably know this even, as you have traveled. These people get new. And this is why I say, Sister T, there are no friends on YouTube. Sister T, that lady used to come to my platform every so often, was respected over here. People respected her. I allowed her to come over and say things. And, no issue, no issue. And today it's like, who is this person? But there are no friends on YouTube. Only thing you all, again, I asked her a question. How did he out you? And you all remember she was on my platform and she pretty much gave her whole story, her rags to riches story. And so all of a sudden now she's so private and she doesn't need to spill her tea and all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay. So did you just want to talk to Simon just, you know, without revealing your sexual identity? And I understand that you want to do that if you want to do that, because maybe you're saying, I'm just human and I want you to relate to me as a human being and not my sexual identity. And I mean, I could dig it. I could go with that. But I didn't even get an answer. I got sweetheart, sweetheart. And you all know I don't play that stuff. I'm 54 years old. I'm not your sweetheart. Your sweetheart is at your house. Your sweetheart is the one who bought you the ring. I'm not your sweetheart. But it's just the rudeness of it all. And Queen Tulsa, you didn't do that when you were on my channel. But I truly believe what Sister T is saying wraps it up. Now, I don't know if your channel is dead or alive. I don't know what it is, but I do agree with Sister T about the content. Sis said, I'm looking for content. No, I'm not. I was trying to get an understanding of what was going on. That was it. I'm not looking for content. I'm good where I am. I'm not advertising like a used car salesperson on Honest Rose channel. I'm not telling people to come to my channel and say at 9 o'clock, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, Honest Rose, you don't see what she doing? And Honest Rose sitting up there. And Honest Rose, we know you was trying to be a little shady, but at the end of the day, this woman doing a whole ad campaign on your platform. Now, you didn't hear Brian say, I'm going to do something at 9 o'clock and catch me here. No, Brian didn't say one thing. Brian was actually talking to the young lady about something that was said or was not said. I only came up to ask a question to figure out like what was going on. And this is what we got. So Sister T, I don't watch her channel, so I don't know if it's dead or alive. I mean, I guess you know, but I do agree with that. I'm not calling her a thing, but that person may be looking for content. And maybe she announced that she was coming on more than a Kojic church needing another offering and asking for another offering. I'm just saying. Oh, I don't, Sister T. You just live and learn. You just live and learn. That's all. Sister T, you just live and learn. It ain't no big whoop. You live and learn. And I'm not mad. I said some things. And but it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't watch her. I'm not saying that her content is not good. I just don't watch her. I just knew that she came over to my platform and we gave her space and she was treated with dignity over here. And that's all I can say. Now, I had to send somebody their money back because I guess Brian is mad at Tracy, if I'm not mistaken, and my name was brought into it. I'm going to tell you all again. I don't care what people have to say. Don't tell me for that person who calls themselves priority alert. Please hear me well. Read the room. I send you your money back because I don't care about that. Now, there is a person, which I will not name, who says, I think you may need to get over to this channel because they're having a relational issue and you may be interested in it. And I go there because those are the things that I like. This person doesn't send me XYZ is saying something about you because they know that that's not an interest of mine. So for this person who calls themselves priority alert, please don't send me money about what XYZ is saying and all of that. I'm not interested in that. I'm really not interested in that. Send me something dealing with relationships. Send me something that we can really dig into and talk about. Like the Honest Rose situation with Dovey with the love connection. I was interested in that. So send me stuff like that. People talking about me, baby, that's a dime a dozen. It's old news. People using these same old reads. I'm like, get some new reads. So it is what it is. Now, as I said, I always like to stir up a whole kerfuffle, whether you think it's true or not. But one thing I did not say was I stayed on a college campus because I ain't had no place to stay. And that's how I survived until I can do better. When I stayed on a college campus, I actually got the degree. That's the difference. I complete. And just like you got a house, I got one too. And mine is probably a little bit larger and a little bit more modern with less animals. But I digress. And I'm glad you have a husband. You keep that. And I hope you all have many, many more. But I don't need to come out and tell people what I have or don't have. It is what it is. Queen Tulsa. So go tell somebody who you think you can maneuver and bamboozle, because I'm not the one, sis. Anyway, that it was really interesting tonight. And it was really manufactured because I really came up to ask her one question and she was giving all of that. And like you all said, Honest Row is crazy because she was over on Honest Row, like you all said, talking about him like a dog to Dovey. And let me say this. This is why I agree, because I saw how Queen Tulsa was trying to get between Honest Row and Dovey. And all Honest Row was telling Dovey is you need to respect me and don't do this. And here's Queen Tulsa trying to windmill for Dovey, but she was in the wrong because Honest Row felt he was being disrespected. And he had every right to say what he had to say without her interference. And I don't know if she's mad because of that, but it is what it is and it's wrong. And if you're mad because of that, then I'm sorry. But that was between Dovey and Honest Row. That's it. That's all. Now, your question for me was you've been so transparent on our platform over here. So now you get with Simon and you don't want to be outed, but we already knew who you were. Simon is new. You didn't want him to know who you were. And I'm not trying to say that in a shady manner. My thing is maybe you just wanted to have a conversation with him without any preconceived notions. Maybe you just wanted to have a conversation with him without including your sexual identity. I mean, I can understand that. But you took it to a whole new level. I'm like, sis. And then she's telling me what I'm saying. I'm like, you're not getting this. But anyway, it is what it is. PDP, I know nothing about Queen Tulsa getting kicked out of a hotel. I know nothing of that. The only thing I know about Queen Tulsa is what she told me on my platform. I really don't follow her. I mean, she's been on my platform a couple of times. We really didn't have a major issue. She's always been respectful on my platform. So I'm in agreement with Sister T. I'm really in agreement with Sister T. I'm not calling her no thing. I'm not calling her out her name, but I do agree with Sister T concerning the content. I don't know if her, like I said, I don't know if her channel is dead or alive, but I do think Sister T does have a point about the other thing she said. So I don't know. But I had to come on over because, again, Honest Row, you know, first of all, the lady was playing in your face, advertising all up on your channel, telling folk when she gonna go live. And I'm like, she going live at 9 o'clock, and Honest Rose sitting up there grinning and just happy to be here. Ugh, I'm just like, whatever. And then Brian talking about when she was doing this to me. Okay, Brian, whatever, cry me a river. My thing is, I just asked the question, and I agree with you and Honest Row that something is different and something is wrong. But you know what? You give somebody an inch, they take a mile. That's why I look at him. And again, somebody mentioned, and I didn't go over there and watch because I don't care, but somebody mentioned that he had some things to say. And I guess he was mad at Tracy. And because he's going off at Tracy, let's tag everybody else along. And I'm like, dude, come on, do better. But people are young, people are emotional, and I get it. I get it. Sister T, I'm respectful, and I let people call people whoever they want. I try to be respectful. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm getting some water. So, Sister T, I really try to be respectful. I really do. But you know what, though, Petey Pete, I don't even want to look it up. I'm really not interested because I'm not here trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm not trying to convince anybody of who I am and who I'm not. I'm here just to do a show. I'm here to ask questions, and that's it. So I'm really not interested. And not saying that you're a bad person for telling me that. I understand, but I'm really not interested, to be honest. I'm really not interested. So I heard Mava Billet Boy Treasure Lane this morning on his cleanup, and I find it interesting, you all, how people try to change and twist history. They really do. Um, and that's interesting as well. Somebody said she's a drama queen in real life. Yeah, she may be. Um, but people had their moment, and I hope they enjoyed their moment. It will not be another moment. And you try to go ahead and click off, and I'm like, baby, please. People up there doing felicitations and doing other dubious things. Child. Well, Sister T, you are entitled to your opinion, and the views expressed by you are not the views of the host. But I just want to put that out there. Well, look, you all, I just wanted to come up, not upset, not angry. It was what it was. So, whatever it was, I enjoyed myself. But I see what it's about. And that's the good thing. See, when you know what it's about and when you know what people are trying to do, and they're doing all of this advertising and all of this stuff. And then, y'all, she was going to play a song on Honest Rose platform. I'm like, are you serious? Now you're gonna play some music on this man's platform so he don't get monetized and he get a music copyright strike? I mean, his page is not gonna go down, but he's not gonna get paid. He can't get paid unless he cuts the song out. And so, honest roll, you busy up there cheesing and doing all of that. Is it? You know what, Sister T? I just wanted to address it today. This is it. Because Sister T, sometimes you got to address it to call it out and call it what it is, and then you move on. And so I'm just here to call it what it, is, and then move on. So honest row, don't get got. You were definitely used today. That person used your whole platform as advertisement, and you allowed her and almost played music on your channel. Lost brain cells on YouTube. The bridge situation could have been worse. Um, so what's going on with the bridge situation? Oh, my dog is sneezing. What's going on with the bridge situation is a major big barge hit a bridge. Now, this vessel has had some problems before hitting this bridge. And so the steering, everything went out on the ship, and the ship was just floating, and it wound up hitting a bridge in Baltimore. Now, I would like to give a big shout out, and a big thank you to the first responders, because they saw where the boat was going and they halted the traffic crossing the bridge. So they got all those cars off, because it could have been worse. It could have been much worse. But there were 8 people on the bridge, and they were construction workers. And I think World News Tonight, and I think an MSNBC, I don't know if it was All In with Chris Hayes or who it was. They were saying that it was 8 people on the bridge. They were construction workers, and I believe these workers were from Honduras. But again, the police officers blocked all traffic on the bridge. So the last car went over the bridge 2 minutes, I believe, 2 minutes before the boat hit. And you can see the lights on the boat flickering off and on before it hit that piling. And my thing is, it took that bridge down in almost minutes, and then it just came down like dominoes. And I'm like, dang, if bridges are coming down like that, that's scary. because that bridge came down like it was flimsy. So I was really concerned about that. Now, I have been following this P. Diddy story, and first of all, in order for them to search both of them houses, they had to have probable cause. I don't know if somebody gave testimony. I don't know if somebody pulled footage and film. I don't know what they did, but they went to Diddy's Homely Hills home, which is a wealthy neighborhood in the Los Angeles area, and they went to his Miami home, and they had his sons handcuffed. Now, I don't know what the sons did, and I don't know why the sons were handcuffed, but they were. Then Diddy was in Opalaka at the airport in Opalaka. And I know that airport very well. That airport is not too far from Florida Memorial University, which is a HBCU. That airport borders Florida Memorial's the southern part of FMU's campus. The dorms and everything faces that airport. So Diddy was in Opalaka, which is close to it's named now Miami Gardens. Diddy took a flight out. Diddy was very nervous, but this is the thing. Diddy had to go to immigration. So my question is, who let Diddy go? Because Diddy had to go through immigration. So somebody tipped Diddy off, and Diddy got the hell out the country. Now, I don't know if they're going to extradite him back, but Diddy planned for that. And I don't know what's really going on, but you can see Diddy nervously. I know that's what the newscaster said, but he did look like he had a lot on his mind at that airport. So we don't know where Diddy. Well, they said he went to Antigua, but we don't know. So Diddy got out of Dodge. And so what they're trying to get Diddy on is the same thing that they got Harvey Weinstein and what's that man name? Harvey Weinstein and what's that man name? Jeffrey Epstein. So they're trying to get Diddy on that. So we'll see what happens, y'all. But it's no joke. Come on. So I saw that. So I've been keeping abreast of that story. So Diddy took a private plane and he went somewhere else. Where's that somewhere else? I do not know. But Diddy said, I'm out. Hey, V Lenora. V Lenora, I know you were following the Diddy thing as well. And I was telling people what they were trying to get him on. And I was also letting people know that they got somebody turned over some evidence because they do not go into people's homes unless they have probable cause. So something is going on with Diddy. And not only that, B. Lenora, but Diddy was at that airport in Opalaka. I know it well. I know it very well. And Diddy took that plane out, and Diddy did look like he had a lot on his mind, and Diddy looked like he needed to get out. Get me out, Jesus! Get me out today! Get me out today! It was giving me, get me out, Jesus! Get me out today! And I don't know what's gonna go on, but we gonna see. And let me say this: I believe that a lot of people are tied in with Diddy. And it's just like that Jeffrey Epstein thing, because Diddy It's so ironic that Diddy and Epstein had cameras all in the house. They were taking pictures and videos. And I just think that a lot of people would be exposed if we find out that Diddy did some of these things. Somebody said, is Dovey okay? I don't know. Why would she be okay? Why wouldn't Dovey be okay? What's wrong with Dovey? Don't come over here asking if Dovey ain't okay. How I'm supposed to know? I'm not Dovey's brother. I'm not Dovey's first cousin. So what would make us think that she's okay or not, Hershey? I mean, Hershey, if you got some information, spill it. Don't be coming over here talking about something. Is Dovey okay? I'm not Dovey's first cousin. Okay, I don't live in Dovey's house. I don't even live in Florida. So don't be coming over here talking about is Dovey okay? Well, is she? Is she? Okay, well, I don't know. He sold all of his shares in Revolt TV. I used to hang at Diddy's recording studio pretty regularly in 95, 96 before I got my job out of college. One of my friends recorded with him at his house on Star Island. Neither of us witnessed anything crazy to, okay, all right, but I don't know what's going on now. Now, Hershey, I don't know why she's screaming at people. I don't know why she hollering at people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. Come on. So anyway, well, you had that young girl saying that Diddy flew them from Detroit to his studio in New York, and she said that he used something. She pretty much said that he allegedly sexually assaulted her, and she had a friend, and the friend was assaulted, and the men were taking turns. And Diddy has said a lot of things, and a lot of people have said a lot of things in the past about how they get down. And now I think that's coming back to hurt them. To be honest, I think it's really hurting them. So you have to be careful of what's being said. My. Let me see what y'all saying here. Um, when I was there, his office where it probably happened didn't exist. I was storage space from the previous year. It was. Oh, I got you. Well, like I said, y'all, we don't know what's gonna happen. Everything is alleged. We do know that Diddy was actually at Opelika, Miami, Opelika Airport, and it was a private flight, and he got the heck out the country. And now JLC is saying that he stole all his stocks in Revolt. Somebody said she had a Christmas day. Come on now, Hershey. Hershey says she got Christmas decorations. I'm really starting to believe she's losing her mind. Look, let me say this. I don't know. Some people just doing what they need to do for content, baby. I don't know. She may be trying to get content. I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, Hershey. I really could not tell you. I don't really know what's going on with her. I haven't looked over there. Hershey said, she got criminal. She got criminal decorations. Hershey, I don't know. Don't get me the line. I don't know what's going on over there, Hershey. Now, you all, V. Lenora actually covered um, some of this when it broke. I did not get to watch V. Lenora, but I do know that she did cover some of this. So if you get a chance, go over and check out V. Lenora, because I know she was talking about this um, earlier. So make sure you check her out. Check V. Lenora out, because I know she was doing some um, coverage. V. Lenora, do you have anything new? Do you have any new word on what's going on? You're welcome, V. Lenora. So check her channel out, you all. I only know general things. Um, I don't have those contacts. I don't have those inside contacts. V. Lenora has some inside contacts, and that's no lie. She does. So she may have something that I may not have. But I know V. Lenora has been covering that. So make sure you go check her out, because when it broke, she was on. Baby, I was too tired to even talk about it. I'm like, Jesus whip. But yeah. And let me say this, you all, it took a while for that to happen. And see, people think it's going to buy them away. V. Lenore said, no, I don't have any additional information at this time. Okay, so V. Lenore said she does not have any additional information. But I do know that people try this thing out with time. And but let's get to something else. Can I say something? I never said what he's going. That Donald Trump is trying to sell Bibles for $59.99. Hold on for
Can you all hear me now? I'm actually in my car, so can you all hear me now? If you can hear me now, please put a one in the chat. I'm actually in my vehicle. If you can hear me now, please put a one in the chat. If you can hear me now. All right, and PDP said yes. No, y'all, I was talking about Donald Trump and this 59.99 Bible. Are y'all gonna get y'all Donald Trump Bible? Y'all 59.99 Bible? I'm like, not the Bible. Not the Bible. Baby, people be doing anything to come up with this money, but he rich. He rich. He rich, but he's selling Bibles for $59.99. I'm like, oh my God, all he gonna do is rip off an old nasty piece of NIV Bible or one of them Schofield Bibles, and he gonna put his name on it and put a Trump thing, and they gonna write a little something, 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 and then they gonna have his signature stamped onto it. Baby, it's worse than them shoes. Them Donald Trump shoes. Now it's a Donald Trump Bible. So how many of y'all gonna get y'all Donald Trump Bible? But I'm not running for president. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm not running for president, and people requested them. See, that's the difference. Whoever said something about the prayer clause, groovy American tourists, but people wanted them. See, that's the difference. And we got them because the people wanted them. The Saints got mad because people bought them. Ain't that something? But I didn't say we're gonna get prayer clause to sell them. The people requested them. It's a difference. It's a difference between requesting and doing. Ooh, these people so mad at me because I had an old nasty piece of prayer cloth and the people purchased them. And they got mad. Folk got their little prayer cloth or prayer towels or whatever. But baby, it was all right. The people liked it. We only had one complaint, and the only complaint was she wanted somebody, the person to pray over it. And girl, we had already done prayed over them prayer clause and everything. But like I said, she kept that clause. See, I don't be getting complaints and things and stuff. Ooh, people just wanna hate. People wanna hate. Ooh, boy, you mentioned them prayer clause, baby. People got blessed. I ain't lying. We were blessed doing that. Thank you for bringing that up. But no, the difference is that people are requesting them. They requested those prayer calls, but the 59.99 Bible, no. And at least you got it embroidered to what you want it, okay? You got it embroidered to what you want it. You ain't getting that embroidered. Donald Trump gonna send that piece of Bible. He gonna slap his little signature on there, and they gonna put a different cover on there. And them Bibles ain't probably worth but number 10.99, and he gonna sell them for 59.99. Ain't that a blip? Now somebody gonna buy that Bible. You know these. I believe somebody gonna buy the Bible. Let me say this. Look. I ain't feeling sorry for nobody. If they want them Bibles, let them buy them Bibles. So, y'all, a lot of people now think that this situation with this heat and this is fraudulent. They think it's fraudulent. A lot of people think it's a play. I don't know what it is. It's just been going on for a long time, and it seems very dysfunctional. But hey, it is what it is. Um, I fell asleep though when Bree was playing the thing. Baby, I was knocked out. Baby, let me check. Can I say something? Can I say something? And my Mama Joy's voice. Can I say something? Why am I going to sleep on these people? Baby, it be 8 o'clock. It be 8 o'clock. All in the evening. 8 o'clock past noon. And I be listening, and the next thing you know, I'm waking up in the morning to go to work. I'm like, that thing done put me in the sleep. Who needs Ambien when you got this stuff on this B sector? Baby, that thing with this heat and this put me to sleep. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm telling you, if you need some good sleep, some of these creators, and baby, the next thing you know, you be waking up like, what happened? Baby, that's what happened to me. I'm like, what had happened? See, I went totally to sleep. I ain't, I ain't lying. I ain't lying. And it was something else on the thing. Baby, I was knocked out. That thing put me in a deep coma. Baby, I'm like, am I a damn grizzly bear? Baby, I felt like I was done hibernated. Okay, I was like, did I just get a hibernation tease on me? Huh? Did I just get a hibernation spirit on me. Cause baby, I thought I was in a cave. Baby, I felt like boo boo. Okay, I felt like Yogi Bear. I'm like, well, damn. Did I? I'm like, is it hibernation season? My God, today. I ain't lying, y'all. I fell straight to sleep, straight to sleep, real quick. It was real quick. Like now, I'm not saying that they were boring, but I don't know. It just it's like okay, boom, and I was asleep. Anyway, yeah, I remember he was holding that Bible upside down. Oh Lord, Lemon falls asleep on this counter all the time.
Mike Pence made it crystal clear that he is not endorsing Donald Trump. Well, why would he? The man didn't care that he was dying. He was trying to get the people to hang him, which I thought was dangerous. So anyway, well look, y'all, I'm getting ready to go into this store. Um, I'm done. I will see you all tomorrow, maybe. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love. I'll talk to y'all later.